Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, a residential home in Hancock County is making plans to reopen after closing more than a year ago. The problem now, a nursing shortage. Our Devin Dagnall met with them to discuss how they are trying to move forward.
Back in October of 2021, Island Nursing Home of Deer Isle closed its doors and relocated more than 50 residents because the home couldn't find enough qualified nurses during the pandemic. Now they are trying to reopen in the summer of 2023 and are still facing the same problem.
We know that in Ellsworth, in one of the facilities there is a waiting list of 80 people to get a residential care. Wow. That's the type of, we're really in a crisis situation in Maine regarding health care.
Skip Greenlaw is the treasurer of Island Nursing Home, and he says that due to the nursing crisis, the home had to make some changes to their model before they could even think about opening their doors. Some of those changes included reducing the number of residents in the home and switching it from a nursing care facility to a residential care one.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a painful decision you have to make, and the community, on the island anyway, was very much opposed to us selling the bed rights. Because they know that there was a need for skilled nursing care.
Despite the challenges, the home's board of directors is still optimistic that they will be able to welcome residents by July 2023.
I hope that we'll send the application in on January 6th, and we expect to hear back quite quickly. They will give us some deadlines in terms of hiring administrators, hiring staff. Our goal is to open July 1st. If things come together, it may be that we can open sooner.
In Deer Isle, I'm Devin Dagnall for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
And some potentially disappointing news for Belfast area residents. The New Year's by the Bay celebration has been canceled. Organizer Mary Mortier says that after a couple of years off due to COVID, she just doesn't have the will to keep the event going.
I've been doing this a long time, and I kind of lost some of my mojo. I devoted a lot of time and hours over many years, all volunteer hours. And, when you lose that momentum for 2 years, you start to think about it in different ways.
Well, she is hoping that a new person or group will take over the event for the future. All is not lost, though. The Drum and Rabble Corps March is still planned for New Year's Eve, though. You can meet at the traffic light at Main and High Street at 11:30 with your pots, pans, or whatever you plan to make noise with, within reason, of course, that is. And at 11:50, you can march to the Harbor Pier for a bonfire. So still a good time to be had there. Well, the town of Newburgh is moving forward with plans to build a new fire station. Newburgh town manager Cynthia Grant says the town will receive $1 million through the new omnibus spending bill. She says the new fire station is something that has been needed in the town for many years.
The town of Newburgh has been in need of a new fire station for quite a while. Our current fire station is in a very bad disrepair, has black mold in it. We had an engineering survey done a few years ago that didn't fare well at all.
Grant is hoping the construction of the new facility will be
the
completed
firefighters
around July or August of 2023. And for anyone that has traveled to Castine in the summer, a stop at the Snack Shack on the town dock is a welcome ritual. Now the town of Castine is looking for someone to take over the Captain's Catch. Town officials are looking for a new vendor to take over operations of the beloved lunch spot. The town has put this out to bid for the 2023 season. Officials say the lunch spot is not a revenue generator for the town, and it would cost the vendor $4,000 a season to use the space on the dock.
We are simply looking for a quality vendor that could move into that facility and provide excellent service to both the residents of Castine and all guests and visitors that come and visit our town.
Well, the request for proposals will be taken between now and February 14th. You can contact the town hall in Castine for more information on that beloved spot there. Well, colder temperatures mean Mainers get the green light to enjoy the frozen ponds and lakes in our beautiful state. But officials want to remind you folks to stay safe while you do it. David Ledford has that story.
Winter weather in Maine means it's time for ice fishing, or maybe some pond hockey or ice skating. But the Maine Warden Service says it's important to stay safe on the ice. According to Game Warden Joseph Bailey, you should check the depth of the ice with a chisel or a drill before you walk on it.
Everybody needs to be aware that that ice from one body of water that might be 10 inches on another body of water might be 1 or 2. We encourage everybody to check the ice before they venture out.
Herman Pond may be frozen solid, but thin sections of ice can still pose a threat. Bailey says that those heading out to enjoy winter activities on the ice should tell someone where they're going and when they will return, and to keep a communication device on them at all times. Bailey also recommends that people carry ice safety picks with them when they go out, which help a person to get a grip on the ice if they fall through. Some Mainers out enjoying the frozen waters also emphasize the importance of ice safety.
Definitely carry these things. They're spikes, so if you fall in, you can deploy them like that and drag yourself out. You should really be out here with a second person or even a third person.
Bailey says that if you end up falling through the ice, you should crawl away from the hole in the direction you came from, on the ice that has already been walked on. The website for the Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife says that ice should be clear or blue and between 4 and 6 inches thick for recreational activities on foot, but that people should use their best judgment around ice. David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Definitely some very important information and safety reminders there. Alrighty, well, let's turn things over and take a first look at our forecast now and see what's coming our way.
All right, Beth, thank you. Happy Thursday. Your first weather is brought to you by Saliba's Rug Cleaners, Maine's largest for over 70 years. And okay, for us, let's talk about temperatures back in the upper 30s to a couple low 40s out there today. Same thing tomorrow. In fact, tomorrow we could go for mid 40s across the area. There was some snow to our north today that will stay there tonight. Just a couple flurries, Millinocket area. Otherwise, we are dry until later in the weekend, as all of this will go around us for now. We're in pretty good shape to the weekend before another system gets in here later on Sunday. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is mostly cloudy skies to partly cloudy skies with low temperatures hanging out in the 20s. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth?
Alrighty, Jeff, thanks so much. Well, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, we'll take a look at the top stories of July and August as our 2022 Year in Review series continues. That story and more coming right up.
Living in Maine means long, cold winters and hot, humid summers. Whatever the weather, Bangor Heat Pumps is your solution. Open 24/7, Bangor Heat Pumps takes care of you at home or at work. We operate statewide and service all brands and models. Understanding moving can be stressful. We will help move any units you may have. We offer a veterans discount in our home with a Capeless Hero discount. Visit us online at BangorHeatPumpsLLC.com or call or text us at 307-7746. Bangor Heat Pumps.
Hammond Lumber Company appreciates the communities that have supported Hammond's prosperity and growth over the years. The Hammond team is grateful for the opportunity to give back by supporting local causes that sustain strong, vibrant communities throughout Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond recognizes that they could not do this without your support. Thank you for choosing Hammond as your building project partner. Hammond Lumber Company, proud to serve local communities since 1953.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
It takes all types to play Family Feud. The flirty sister.
Name something Steve Harvey might wax.
What about that behind?
The dancing dads.
Family Feud!
the way too honest girl.
You just met a guy who's a perfect physical specimen. He's probably what?
Stupid.
See who shows up all season on Family Feud.
Weekdays at 9 on ABC7.
Everybody down! Big robbery!
Starting January 3rd, the Rookie moves to Tuesdays, and they're teaming up with the feds for an action-packed crossover event.
What happened?
A heist crew got away with a list of our undercover agents currently in the field.
This suspect should be considered extremely dangerous.
Into chaos we all go.
The lives of hundreds of undercover agents are depending on us.
The Rookie crossover event starts Tuesday, January 3rd at 8/7 Central on ABC.
You're watching ABC7 Bangor.
In our next installment of our year-end review, our Matthew Jurancic takes a look at the biggest stories from July and August 2022.
July 4th. Mainers celebrated for the first time in a long time in person since COVID-19, making this an extra special celebration.
One of the biggest impacts was the impact on a sense of community. And I think we're coming back as a nation, and what a better place to do that than here in Bar Harbor.
A week later, the town of Orrington was devastated after a wildfire erupted along the riverbank at 62 Ferry Road.
Crews were able to knock it down, protect all the structures, but to actually get it extinguished, obviously you see we're still here 2 hours later. We're still working at some tough spots.
We also saw PFAS hit Deer Isle Stonington schools, resulting in swift action taking place in the entire region.
At the Brooklyn school, we have in process, we're ordering a filter that we're going to install that will completely remediate the problem.
On July 13th, the lobster industry was shocked about the news that the federal government was limiting the industry even more, and voices were heard all up and down along the coast.
It makes zero sense to me, to my colleagues, to the lobstermen.
Also, officials in Maine made it easier to vote absentee at Bangor's BMV Center.
It brings efficiency and simplicity for the voter registration process, and it also helps with for the election officials.
As we head into August, members of Maine in Congress asked President Biden on August 1st to extend a moratorium on student loan payments.
For a lot of us, we think there should be more reform with the student loan program, but at this moment in time, we just don't want people to be forced back in on August 31st. The timing just does not seem right.
3 days later, Bangor held its annual state fair, which is always a summer destination. And who could have forgot the state of Maine celebrating its first ever Wild Blueberry Festival weekend declared by Governor Mills.
I've been working Rhonda's blueberries for 10, 12 years, something like that.
Gas prices were also on everybody's minds, affecting vacation travel decisions, not to mention daily travel.
We've wanted to go, further away and do more stuff, but we kind of been picking and choosing one or two instead of maybe more traveling than we would have liked to do.
And for the first time, bird scooters came to Old Town.
Give people an opportunity to perhaps visit Old Town and try out the scooters because we were the first community to do so. It makes it a little easier for people to get in and around town.
And to wrap up the month of August, hundreds came out to support the ALS and its Walk to Support ALS campaign, with special guest Governor Janet Mills.
Today, let's walk together in solidarity and in honor of all those who are living with ALS and in memory of all those we have lost.
Matthew Jurancic, ABC7 and Fox 22.
And still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, how the city of Bangor is hosting many events for residents and visitors alike to ring in the new year. And in sports, Sumner basketball is in the middle of an entire season on the road. Find out how they're powering through after the break.
Sweet pillows of softness.
This is soft.
Holy Charmin.
Excuse me. Roll it back, everybody. Charmin Ultra Soft is so cushiony soft, you'll want more. But it's so absorbent, you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Unless you treat dandruff regularly, it will keep coming back. Try Head & Shoulders. It contains zinc pyrithione, which fights the germ that causes dandruff, and when used regularly, helps prevent it from coming back. For up to 100% dandruff protection, use Head & Shoulders.
Did you know that Renewal by Andersen will replace your windows any time of the year and in any weather? Made with our exclusive Fibrix material, which is vastly superior to vinyl, never needs painting, and resists warping and bowing. We custom build your replacement windows in the USA and back them with the nation's best warranty. Call Renewal by Andersen for your free consultation. Don't miss this money-saving deal with great financing. Installation is always included. Call now.
For the first half of his life, Ed Bushy hid his inability to read from everyone until a crisis led him to confront his secret. So he called literacy volunteers at Bangor. He got a tutor and he learned to read. For the rest of his life, Ed promoted literacy to anyone who would listen. Ed's granddaughter, Kayla, was listening. Her grandfather's story inspired her to volunteer as a literacy tutor. Like Kayla, you can help us reach and teach people like Ed. The need is great, especially now. Become a tutor with Literacy Volunteers today.
On Jeopardy!
It's been quite a year for us here at the show. The thrilling debut of our Second Chance competition, moving right into a mind-blowing Tournament of Champions. Amy Schneider is now our Tournament of Champions winner. It's also been quite a year for Super Champions. Chris Panullo now ranks in the top 5 all-time for Jeopardy winnings.
Now, this week on Jeopardy, can current champ Ray Lalonde become a Super Champ too?
Everybody's off and running, Ray.
Well, let's do a true daily double then.
All this week at 7:30, only on ABC7.
New Year's Eve magic is in the air from the happiest place on earth to Times Square. Join me and my co-hosts Billy Porter, Sierra, D-Nice, Jesse James Decker, Liza Koshy, and Rosalind Sanchez as we ring in the new year live from New York.
With performances by Dove Cameron, Duran Duran, Faruko, Halle Bailey, J-Ho, New Edition, Wiz Khalifa, and so many more.
It's time to celebrate 2023. Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest live on ABC.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Engstrom's Auto Service in Guilford. We specialize in all foreign and domestic service and alignments.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. We're going to start on the hardwood here. Half the fun of high school basketball is playing in front of your home fans and your student sections. Over in Sumner, they still have crowds coming to their games, but they're hopping on the bus for every match, yet still powering through. Ryan Sudol has the story.
What if I were to tell you that the Sumner basketball program has a lot in common with one of the greatest basketball teams of all time? The Harlem Globetrotters have played 95 years without a true home, and that's the case for the Tigers, at least for this year.
It's a little sad, but it is what it is.
After moving into a new gym and school, issues with the building's sprinkler system have forced the Tigers to play every game outside of Sumner.
It's definitely been an added challenge for us, having 18 road games, but it just kind of builds into our whole philosophy is how you deal with adversity.
Sumner's only home games are 3 at Ellsworth High School. It's close to home, but nowhere near it.
I wish I got to play in it again this year. I was kind of hoping we'd stay in the old school.
Despite the obvious challenges, the team believes that not having a home will help them down the road.
I think it's going to help prepare us for hopefully a tournament run down the stretch. We're not used to playing at home, so it shouldn't bother us to go on the road anywhere.
I guess you can say we're kind of road warriors. We're not bothered by it. We're obviously taking W's.
And Sumner boys would take this W against Jonesport Beals. The girls got their first win of the year, too. Boys coach Jamie Turner believes this is indicative of a huge turnaround.
We made quite a lot of progress along the way. We didn't win a ball game my first year, 5-13 last year. We're 3-1 right now, so I like the way we're headed.
But no matter where Sumner ends up, members of the Tiger faithful will always show up.
It's a proud community when it comes to athletics and sports, and they've wanted to see this program back contending for a long time. If we build it, they're going to come, and I know they want to see it just about as we all do.
Reporting for ABC 7 Fox 22, I'm Ryan Sudol.
Thanks for that, Ryan. Fun to watch them this year. Glad we got over to Ellsworth to catch their game against Jonesport on Wednesday. Let's get to some hoops now, or stay with some hoops now. We'll start at the college level here. Maine women's basketball is back in action after a whole week off. They're getting conference play started. So down to Smithfield, Rhode Island we go. Maine playing America East newcomer Bryant University. We'll start in the second quarter here. J.C. Christopher gets by her defender, and she's going to get to the hoop, count the bucket, and one. They're all pumped up. Big second quarter. Later on, the other main freshman getting in on the action, it's Sarah Talon here. She's going to get baseline, get to the bucket, and she will get the bucket. Again, big second quarter for the Black Bears. Still here, Adriana Smith. Here is 2 of her 19 points and 1 of her 13 boards on the day. Conference leading 6 double-doubles. Maine up 16 at the half, but Bryant would get back. This 3 ball is going to make it a 10-point game late in the fourth, but the Black Bears would hold on. Here is 2 more from Sarah Talon. She had a game-high, career-high 21 points, and Maine wins it 74-62. All right, down back to high school. To the Cross Center we go for some high school boys action. John Bapst hosting Waterville. Late third quarter, Waterville with the ball. Not anymore. Tristan Martin with the steal. He's going to go coast to coast and lay it in for 2. Nice move right there. Still into the third. Watch this no look behind the back pass from Spencer Minahan to Garrett Gendro. He nails the 3 ball. That was pretty. Panthers up 4 after 3. Fourth quarter, John Bapst, John Pangburn blows by and hits the pull-up J. Bapst fighting back, but finally, Waterville's Jace Bryan. He's going to go baseline here, lay in off the glass. Nice reverse right there. Panthers run away with it in the fourth. They win 54-37. We'll have more highlights later on for you tonight, but that's all the time we have for sports right now. Here's Jeff Weller with your full 5-day forecast. Jeff?
All right, Tyler, thank you. Your full weather is brought to you by Leona Mays Antique and Gift Shop in Newport. Come check out our 3 floors of antique treasures and gifts in our renovated 1800s home. And all right, so for us, let's talk about temperatures today. Back up near 40 here in Bangor, even a couple low to mid 40s across the area. That'll be the case tomorrow again as we have warmer temperatures on the way. In fact, a couple of us could flirt with 50 this weekend. Keep in mind, New Year's Day is on Sunday, right? So the really cold stuff is going to stay to our north. The really warm stuff will stay to our south. We're kind of in between, but that could easily give us some 40s and a couple low 50s in there into the middle portions of next week. And also today, hardly any wind, right? So out of the east, southeast, around 5 miles per hour, we'll take it. It's been a windy month around here. That died down today, and it won't be back tomorrow as well. All right, so we had some snow today to our north. The dusting to a couple inches of snow fell to our north today. That is now pushing off to our east and north. That's leaving us alone. We are still under the storm track, though, but it's generally going to our north, right? See, it's going up like this, a ridge right there. So overall, we're looking pretty good. This system here is our next one. That's going to get us over the weekend, most likely on New Year's Day with some rain. And then another one gets in here probably Tuesday and a Wednesday of next week as another wet rain system across our area. And there's just a very active storm track right now. System 1, System 2, System 3 is over here. So overall, a very active storm track will keep us wet around here. We need some cold air to get some snow, and it's just not going to really happen for us anytime soon. Let's walk you through it. So tonight, lots of clouds out there. Some dense fog is likely tonight as well. Tomorrow, same thing. Lots of clouds around. We're dry tomorrow, though, with temperatures back in the mid-40s. Into tomorrow evening, same story. Also into Saturday. Now, Saturday, there could be a couple sprinkles around. That won't be a big deal as the front gets closer to us on Saturday. Increasingly windy on Saturday as well. And then by Sunday, we start getting some rain showers in here. It'll be kind of one of those all-day rain, sprinkles, showers all day long. That could become some heavier rain showers later on Sunday night. So the rainfall looks like this, a widespread soaking rainfall again. We're talking about later on Sunday into Monday. A half-inch winter rainfall is on the way, and it's not going to be any snow. We're talking less than probably a tenth of an inch of snow if it snows anywhere. So overall, we are just too warm for that right now. Visibility is looking good across our area now. There could be some dense fog in there again tonight, especially north and west of the Bangor area. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is lots of clouds out there. Low temperatures down near 27 with a calm wind already out there now. For tomorrow, all right, so mostly cloudy skies. Highs back in the low 40s tomorrow. I know, it's not normal, right? With a south breeze around 5 miles per hour. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows a story. 42 for us tomorrow, 47 Saturday, 47 also on Sunday, New Year's Day, with rain showers across the area. All rain. Monday looks pretty good, partly cloudy, 41, followed by our next chance for rain getting in here on Tuesday. Beth?
All righty, Jeff, thanks so much. Well, there is still more to come after the break. Keep it right here.
Having a floor that fits your lifestyle is something we take for granted. It's not just about picking the right style and color, it's about so much more. Whether you live near the water, in the city, in the woods, have pets, or even kids. Here at Don DeKel Maine Wood Floors, we will help you choose a floor that you'll not only love, but a floor that will last. With quality name brands like Maine Traditions, Hallmark, Fusion, and so much more. Buy from the best, forget the rest with Don DeKel Maine Wood Floors.
The biggest sale of the year starts right now, and it's only at the Furniture Gallery. Huge discounts everywhere during our year-end blowout sale. Recliners starting at $2.99. Queen mattresses also $2.99. And sectionals as low as $6.99. Save up to 75% off brand names like Ashley, Lane, Serta, Simmons, Nectar. You won't see these savings again, so don't miss your chance to purchase that special item now. Support our Maine family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Gorham, Newport, and North Windham.
If you've been hurt in a car accident, watch out. Watch out. The insurance company's job is to do what's best for them, not you.
Watch out. If you wait too long to hire a lawyer, it may hurt your case.
Don't trust that insurance company after your accident. You could miss out on a lot of money. Call the Twos and we'll watch out for you.
Lowry and Associates watched out for me and got me $150,000.
Call the Twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do? Call 222-2222.
With so much at stake, more Americans turn here than any other newscast. ABC News World News Tonight with David Muir, America's #1 newscast and the #1 program on television.
Trent.
Will Trent.
Name?
Special Agent Will Trent.
Will can teach you to see things that no one else does.
I bet I can solve this tonight.
He's good police, and he's objectively hot.
Boom.
Will Trent premieres January 3rd on ABC.
If a scammer was calling, would you know? Keep these tips in mind to quickly spot phone scams.
Never pay someone in gift cards, ever. No legitimate caller would demand secrecy from you. That's a red flag.
If a caller tells you a family member is in grave trouble, hang up and call the family member direct. And don't provide confirmation information to callers. They called you.
Finally, ask for a callback number. Don't feel pressured to speak with the caller in that moment.
With these tips in mind, I'm Officer Ash with Bangor PD. We'll be here if you need us.
Well, an important note here for those who plan to head out to enjoy their New Year's. For those who are unable to drive following their New Year's celebrations and want their car towed safely back to their home, Union Street Towing has your back. The company has been providing this service free of charge for more than a decade for the Bangor and Brewer area. Union Street Towing co-owner Sarah Baker says it's okay for people to go enjoy themselves on New Year's Eve, but remember to either drive back safely or if you need to call them, they're there.
We just like to make sure that everybody has a fun and safe time and gets home safely on New Year's Eve.
Anyone who needs their car towed back to their property should call Union Street Towing at 207-942-4200, and they should expect a wait time of around 30 to 45 minutes. Better safe than sorry. Well, 2023, as you know, is just around the corner, and the city of Bangor is hosting tons of events on New Year's Eve with the hopes that folks will choose the city as their destination to ring in the new year. Our Matthew Jurancic has all the details.
Making plans for New Year's Eve can sometimes be a hassle, but for the city of Bangor, it's set up this year so that everybody can have a blast. After a few years where celebrations in the city were not as big as anticipated, Downtown Bangor Partnerships Executive Director Betsy Lundy is ready to start the new year with a bang.
We're really excited for New Year's Eve this year after a couple quiet years downtown where people weren't sure in what way to celebrate or how to celebrate. I think the community is really excited to be getting back together again and having a big celebration.
The city and businesses are holding a variety of events that the community can attend, including the finale 5K race at the West Market Square, live music and drinks at Happy Endings Martini Bar, and even a live DJ at Carolina Sports and Spirits. You can even get in the spirit at Bangor Public Library.
We're going to have a dance workshop sponsored by the Thomas School of Dance. The Challenger Center is going to have a hands-on activity. The Jordan Planetarium, Sean Latch is coming over to do a hands-on activity, and the Children's Youth Department has all kinds of activities planned that will be stretched across the 3rd floor.
If you're in more of an adventurous mood, the Maine Discovery Museum will be hosting a New Year's Eve party for the kids.
It's been a really long 3 years for all of us, so to be back into the swing of celebrating New Year's, especially with a kid-friendly event, is really important to us.
People are just excited to be out celebrating the New Year's together in person.
Just to be able to go out and see people again and, enjoy the moment while we have it.
Matthew Juronsik, ABC7 and Fox 22.
And of course, whatever plans you're making for New Year's Eve, please keep safety at the forefront of them. Alrighty, folks, well, that is going to do it for us from everyone here at ABC7. Take care. Have a great rest of your night, of course, and we'll see you right back here at 11. Good night, everybody.